about that, but we've just joined. You just joined us. We are going to cover the Northern Ireland match that kicked off about 3 minutes ago. Nothing significant is happening. We'll bring you the two lineups where we just get a break in play. Northern Ireland's first major competitive competition for over 30 years. 1986 was the last time they competed in a major championship finals. But what an opportunity now for the Irish to do well there. Poland, of course, in the white shirts with the blue shirts. This is Robert Lewandowski, their talisman. Wojciechowski playing that one back, and he plays it out in towards the penalty area, and well, he plays it outside. And Poland just building up a little bit ahead of steam here at the moment. 4 minutes gone, as I just said. We'll bring you the two lineups in just a moment. It's been a hectic sort of day in Poland, in France today. Here come the Poles once again. And Wojciechowski trying the shot, and it comes away. And it comes off for the defender. In fact, Wojciechowski's corner. It came off Oliver Norwood, and it is a throw. Level with the penalty area. We've still got to bring you the two teams yet, and we've had 5 minutes. As soon as we get a break in play, we will do. Here's the shot going in on the volley, and again, Irish defence again very much on top. Ball played back in towards the penalty area. Lewandowski was waiting. It was loose. It still might break, but it won't come for Poland. But for a moment anyway, ball come across, and Ireland this time, Northern Ireland this time, can get it away. Right, let's take a check on the two teams, starting with Poland. Schnecki, of course, as you know, of Arsenal, is in goal. Pazdan 2, Jerenecki 3. He plays at the left back. Pazdan is the centre back. Wojciechowski is 5. He plays in the midfield. Milik is 7. He plays in behind the striker. Tennis Kajbotniak, I'm sorry about these pronunciations. He's a midfielder. Galik is the other centre back, number 15. Blazikowski, number 16, of course, on the right hand flank. Number 20 is Piszczek of Borussia Dortmund. As Ferguson sends that in towards the penalty area, it will go out of the play, in fact, on the far side for a Polish row. And the main striker, of course, is Lewandowski, number 9. It's Malik who had the opportunity there. We've just seen a replay of that. For the Irish, McGovern in goal for them. McLaughlin 2. Ferguson 3. As we break off for a second of 2, as Poland comes streaming forward down this left-hand side. Lewandowski waits in the centre. Plenty in white in the centre now, up towards Lewandowski. Tries to chest it inside the area, and it's hooked away for a throw to Poland. Let's check that Northern Ireland team once again. McGovern is in goals. McLaughlin is 2. He's the right back tonight. Ferguson is further forward. He's part of the 5-man midfield. He's the left attacking player. He plays 3. Gareth McCauley is 4. He's the left back. Johnny Evans 5. Chris Baird is 6. He played in the midfield. 7. Stephen Davis, of course, of Southampton, wears 8. As Poland come on the attack again, we'll just break off for a second. Kiricek now plays it out to the far side, and now Piszczek. Piszczek tries to go forward, but he can't succeed, and in the end, Ferguson can win the throw for Northern Ireland. Right, let's have a look again at that team. We've got to Davis, number 8. Carl Lafferty, of course, spent most of the last season at Birmingham City on loan from Norwich. He's number 10. Oliver Norwood, former Huddersfield player, born in Burnley, of course, plays for Reading, 16. Paddy McNair, 17. And Craig Cathcart, number 20. Paddy McNair, of course, with Manchester United, but Carl Lafferty, the focal point in the Irish attack. And what an atmosphere it is Just to run through the Irish substitutes very quickly: Niall McGinn, Will Grigg, Connor Washington, Roy Carroll, still going strong, even though he's not really part of the English leagues. Corey Evans, of course, Stuart Dallas, Lee McCulloch, Aaron Hughes, ex-Newcastle, Jamie Ward of Derby County, Josh McGuinness, Lee Hodson, and Alan Manus is the goalkeeper for the Poles. Kornek, Jos Olgek, Linetti, Grozicki, Arthur Burricks of Southampton, Szczepaneski, Woriaczak, Perskiel, Salamon, Zinaleski, Lucas Pabianski, of course, and Staleski as well. Here come Poland now on the far side. Ball played in there, and it was a chance inside the 6-yard box. What an opportunity there for Milik. Really good play down there, left-hand side. And what a golden opportunity that was. Good play again by the number 3, Jerry Esek. Gets the ball in here, puts a lovely left footed cross into the lovely right footed cross along the ground, but Johnny Evans was quickly on the scene to see the danger away. Well, they are getting some good joy down that left hand side in the opening exchanges. To get 10 minutes of this game has gone, and still 0-0. If anyone wants to contribute to the game, this is part of a double header. We will be covering the Northern Ireland that's the only game we'll be commentating live on today. There's the Germany match as well. We'll be showing we'll be doing that in its entirety tonight, so we'll see how the world champions also open up. Cross comes in from the far side, headed away there, and Ferguson did very well, the left back, to just hook that away. But Poland having a lot of the play, and Komliak now playing it out towards the far side, having a lot of joy down that far side flank at the moment. And so far no tarnish yet for the Republic, for the Northern Irish at the moment, as the ball comes in towards the penalty area, and Evans coolly back to his goalkeeper. In fact, it was Chris Baird, ex-Burnley, of course, spent the last season or two now at West Brom. Started his career, of course, with Southampton. Famously, one of his very first appearances was in an FA Cup final in 2003 as Davis comes charging forward. He's the Northern Irish captain. But here come Poland again, up towards the halfway line. And then number 16, Blasakowski, back to Piszczek. Piszczek gets it back to his centre-back, which is number 15, Gillick. Poland having a lot of the play, but yet no goals in this. Still 0-0. Here's Lewandowski, who's just dropped back a little bit from his centre-forward position. 10 minutes gone here, and Poland being held by Northern Ireland. As Jurisic goes forward, and here's a chance now for Poland to try and exploit. And here is Piszczek. He has to play it back there, and again a ball played out from Kariaskak, real kept in there. Good football again by the Poles, but they do have pedigree in certainly World Cup competitions. They finished third in the 1974 World Cup, of course, where they came within an ace of winning in the final, only to lose out to Germany in the semi-finals in West Germany, of course, and they went on to win the thing, beating Holland in the process in the other game. Still no way through the stubborn Irish defence. Wales got a win yesterday, 2-1. A late goal from Hal Robson-Kanu got them off to a flyer. England were leading, should have been out of side against the Russians last night, but a late equaliser denied them of a winning start, and certainly comes in for a lot of criticism from me. There will be a World Cup inquest, a 10-15 minute World Cup weekend review. We're more of an inquest from an England point of view, I have to say, because we should have really buried Russia. Some of the play was excellent, but yet again, certain tactical mistakes from Roy Hodgson cost cost England dear yesterday. Flicked on, but it's again well read by Johnny Evans and Chris Baird. Here's Baird now for Ireland, Northern Ireland. Remember playing in their first major championship since 1986, when they went out in the group stages to Brazil. It was the retirement, of course, of one of their greatest ever players, Pat Jennings, the greatest ever goalkeeper. Of course, in that time, it's just a shame that the likes of George Best, who was Irish to the cause, really wasn't. It was a shame where he couldn't actually play a part in that. So a free kick to Northern Ireland, taken by goalkeeper McGovern. 0-0 in Nice in the Euro 2016 game. In fact, a bit of team news as well. Broski actually failed a late fitness test, so Kapruska actually starts. So Northern Ireland making their debut in the European Championships. They have played in a couple of World Cups previously under Billy Bingham, and Poland haven't won a European Championship finals game in 7. So this, well, we could see some records broken here today. Could we see the first ever winning the European Championship competition for Michael O'Neill's side, or will Adam Nwaanka's side come out on top? And they are the slight favourites. Listening to the radio this morning, Paddy Power, the bookmaker, made them slight favourites. But Northern Ireland, 12 unbeaten, and they were very much the top dogs in qualifying from their group when they weren't expected to do anything drastic, and they have a throw level with the edge of the penalty area with 15 minutes gone. 0-0, but it's a good game in Nice, and they actually forced a goal kick in the end. It was number 2 Conor McLaughlin, who actually plays his football in League One for Fleetwood Town, and managed to stave off relegation down to League 2 the season just gone. They relegated their local rivals Blackpool, would you believe, in the process. I mean, anyone who isn't familiar with Lancashire football, that is quite a derby game. It was a straight swap it was a straight shootout on the last day, and it was Fleetwood who won out on top and sent Blackpool down. Although Blackpool couldn't better the Fleetwood Town score. So he's faced the relegation battle, McLaughlin, and won. Now he's facing the biggest battle of his career, a Euro battle, 3 games potentially, maybe more. But here come Poland now, attacking. Shot coming in just inside the penalty area, just to the left there by their number 5, Malieski. Just got it onto his left foot. Left foot. Had to check back inside actually, and struck it well with his left foot. But it was a good defence again by our Fleetwood Town favourite, Conor McLaughlin. And I tell you what, there's so many Irish fans who have made the trip over to Nice for this game tonight. So Michael McGowan kicks away, up over the halfway line. Header 1. It'll drop here for Ireland. Northern Ireland now attacking with great intent. Ball back in towards Ferguson on the near side. Back to his centre back, Johnny Evans, and now it's back with the other centre back, which is number 20, Cathcart. Over the halfway line it goes. Lafferty now, but deep inside the Polish half. Northern Ireland starting to get plenty of bodies forward this time. Here's Stephen Davis, just inside the Polish half. Has to go back over the halfway line instead to find Cathcart, formerly of Blackpool, of course. And now Davis over the line once again. Ball to Johnny Evans of Sunderland. formerly of Manchester United, of course. He knows what it takes to win major honours under Sir Alex Ferguson. Here's a chance for Ferguson of Millwall to get the cross in, and it's too close to Wojciech Szczesny, who's playing big games for Arsenal, and his goalkeeping is a bit suspect, and I think that could be a weakness in that Polish team, the goalkeeping situation. They've another Arsenal goalkeeper in Lucas Fabianski, of course. He's now plying his trade down at the Liberty Stadium in Swansea as Piszczek of Borussia Dortmund comes forward. Blazanowski now. He's another one who plays for Borussia Dortmund. Tries to get to the byline. Rides the challenge superbly. Gets the cross in. It's a corner to Poland. Good play again and good defending by Johnny Evans. It had to be a good bit of defending here. He just danced away past Ferguson on that right hand side, Blazanowski, and he really yielded that corner there, and a potential danger for Northern Ireland and Michael McGovern. And it's Blazanowski, in fact, to take the corner. Right footed into the penalty box it goes, and it's headed out by Stephen Davis, the Southampton player, who's the captain of Northern Ireland, of course. Just for the record, the referee tonight, we'll just check the referee actually. There's been 7 previous matches. Actually, before we go to the officials actually are from Romania. There have been 7 previous games, 2 wins for Northern Ireland, 3 wins for Poland. There have been 3 draws, and Ireland have scored 8 goals and Poland have scored 9. So the statistics quite favourably, just slightly in the favour of Poland if you look back on previous. But to be perfectly fair, it's not very much in it between these two sides. The referee, incidentally, is Oviedo Agatan of Romania. His 2 assistants on the we call linesmen for old money, as that ball drifts out of play on the near side for Irish ball, just pro level with the penalty area. The assistant referees are Octavian Soria, he's also of Romania, and Sebastian Georgi of Romania. The 2 assistants behind each goal with a so-called magic black wand are Alexandra Tudor and Sebastian Koiescu. They're all from Romania. 4th official is Greek, actually, Tassos Sopapopoulos of Greece. You try and say that quickly. 23 degrees over in Nice today. The pitch is absolutely bone dry, and humidity is, it's a sunny day there, and it's 65% humidity at the moment. So 20 minutes gone in Nice, 0-0. Michael McGovern is a bit of an unknown quantity as we just break off a moment or two as we see Piszczek cross in from the right hand side. It goes behind by Chris Baird, former Southampton player, of course, and it's a corner kick. I think it might be a corner, hard to tell from that angle. Monkey says he's not watching it. What's the score? It's 0-0, guy. It's 0-0, Monkey, so don't worry. Ireland are still very much involved. If you aren't watching, stick with the commentary. If you are not watching, something to chew over your Sunday evening tea. It is a corner to Poland, though. They're turning up the power, and it's Blazanowski of Borussia Dortmund to take it. Plenty waiting in white inside the penalty area. Plenty green inside there too, and it's one of the green men who got it away. Headed back in, or shot back in there again. Blazanowski is free on the far side, and Ferguson Johnny Evans in very, very quickly. And I think he took Blazanowski out there, the Sunderland man Johnny Evans. Plenty of experience in his armoury, of course. He takes Blazanowski out, and I think that will be a free kick. The ball had gone by the time, and it was Piszczek who had the shot, and it came off Gareth McCauley for a corner. It's a corner. In fact, it's a corner. I thought it was a foul, personally, but the corner's been given. I suppose it's as good as a free kick, really. All the big men in there as you expect. There's the corner towards the near post. It was a good corner too from Milek as well. And he'll get a second opportunity, Milek. From the right hand side, it's a good cross. Again, the Irish defence back in numbers. The Green Army back in very much prime position here. Still 0-0. Halfway through the first half. Ball towards the penalty area. Again, good defending and steady defending by Northern Ireland. This game really starting to come to the boil, and it just needs a goal to light their blue touch paper. Kyle Lafferty hasn't had a sniff yet, but it's going to take a little while for Ireland. They are on the defensive at the moment, but they must stick at it if they can keep a clean sheet, maybe to half time, and then maybe to 70 minutes, maybe the coach Michael O'Neill may be tempted to actually throw it forward, but we'll see as the game develops. As I say, quite humid, 65% humidity over in Nice tonight. This is the first of two commentary games. The second, of course, involves Germany. That's the late game. And of course, as you may well have seen earlier on, Croatia beat Turkey by 1-0. Ball forward, and it will be out of play for a throw. So Croatia off to a winning start in their European Championship campaign. Poland and Northern Ireland still drawing 0-0. The other game, of course, to come tonight is Germany and Ukraine. I'd say Turkey 0, Croatia 1. I'll just give you the Croatian scorer if you want me to. If no one saw it, it was Luka Modric, of course, form of Real Madrid, ex-Tottenham, who scored a super goal after 41 minutes, which decided things there at the Parc des Princes in Paris. Goal that, of course, home of the French champions, Paris Saint-Germain. Here come Poland inside the penalty area of Northern Ireland, and again desperate defending. Stephen Davis now back defending. Lewandowski pestering him for all of the money. If anyone wants to get involved, please do. We always like feedback. Can Northern Ireland hang in there and possibly sneak a draw, maybe sneak a result? Let me know in the comments to the right hand side of the screen. You're listening to this commentary of Poland against Northern Ireland, and then to come it's Germany, the world champions, in action against the Ukraine, and you'll be able to, and I'll be doing that one as well. So it's going to be a busy night. I'm sorry that we didn't but not be able to do the England game last night. We were down at a friend's house and his internet connection wasn't the best. Unfortunately, we couldn't get the communications together to bring you the commentary of that game, which was a shame really, but it's just as well I didn't commentate on it, because I was completely utterly annoyed at the end of it, and I've just about calmed down from that. But Wales are off to a good start. The Republic will play in the next couple of days, I would fancy. Italy, I think, play tomorrow evening as well. And if that's the case, hopefully all being well, we'll be able to hear that one live as well. The Italians, of course, last few games now under the leadership of Antonio Conte before he takes up his post at Stamford Bridge for next season, as the cross comes in from Ferguson. Well taken there under great pressure from Kyle Lafferty by Wojciech Szczesny. I think it was a full-blooded challenge. I don't think there was any malice in that at all. The referee from Romania just checking everything was all okay, and indeed it was, and he's just allowed it to quite rightly go on at the moment. And 26 minutes of the 76.5 minutes in fact gone, and still no goals, but a good game between the Poles and the Republic of Ireland, Northern Ireland, sorry, not the Republic. And any Northern Irish people listening, my sincere apologies. Anyway, here we go. Blazanowski now cuts in field. Blazanowski does the dummy. He's cutting field from the right, and it's gone to the left here. First time cross required then, but there wasn't too many white shirts maybe in the penalty area, and a chance now for Shane Ferguson to shepherd it out for a throw, and a bit of respite for Northern Ireland. That was really good defending there by a guy really who, no disrespect to Millwall, should be playing at a much higher level. Maybe he should be a championship player. He nearly was with Millwall. They were just beaten by a better team in Barnsley at Wembley in the playoffs some 2 or 3 weeks back. Click now for Poland. It's 0-0 in Nice. A long ball forward towards Robert Lewandowski, and it's easy for Michael McGowan, who hasn't really had too much to do. For those who don't know who Michael McGowan is, he actually plays for Hamilton Academicals in Scotland. And of course, anybody who doesn't know, there's not too many people don't know the rest of the squad. Well, Greg, so many people are talking about, he plays for Wigan Athletic. Who've had a great season in League One, and now they're back in the big time. Just talking, we'll introduce you to a few unknowns as Gillick gets the shot, and McGovern of Hamilton Academicals just about hangs on. But really good play this from Poland. Lewandowski onto Gillick. He was about 25 yards out, struck it well with his left foot, and McLaughlin, who's not really had much to do in that Irish goal, well, he dropped it but got it again, thankfully from an Irish viewpoint. And I'm trying to commentate, bro. Sorry about that, folks. We lost sound there again. There's always a bloody technical fault at the moment. So no, you haven't missed a thing. Just a bit frustrating, but when you're trying to get into a commentary situation and you're frustrated by technical problems beyond everyone's control, it's just really difficult. I'm really sorry about that, folks. It'd be nice to actually commentate on the game without being interrupted by technical gremlins. Meanwhile, Stephen Davis is furious because he hasn't won a throw on the far side. I hope you can all hear me again now, folks. I'm so it's so frustrating for me because we just got into this game and then we've lost communication. It's disappointing. And you know, it'd be nice when we do the Germany game that there's no gremlins interfering with that one. Wazanowski, or rather Piszczek. Ball played out towards the far side this time, and still Lewandowski now for Poland, who've had the better of the play. 10 minutes to go to half time. Shot comes in and it's wide because Buta had the shot. He's actually starting because Groski had failed a late fitness test. Let's put it this way: they haven't had any attempts at goal, but they've had none on target. Poland, to be fair, they've kept Poland just to the one on target, although they've had 8 attempts in all. Just to go through the other statistics as well, as you could probably imagine, Poland have had 62% of the possession to Northern Ireland's 38%. The accuracy has been better from Poland than it has been from Northern Ireland in terms of the passing, and not much in the way of distance covered, although 0.7 kilometres in it in Poland's favour, and plenty of commitment. Just to no cards, no yellow or red cards so far in the game. So, been a game of discipline as we see Poland. As I see there, Poland winning a corner. Still no goals in Nice. But it's Poland on top here, as it has been for most of the first half. Northern Ireland 12 unbeaten. McGovern, who hasn't had much to do, will have to face another corner. Good defending by Carl Lafferty of all people, getting back there. Jen Milliker with another opportunity. Linesman just looking out for pushing and shoving the referee. Now he's ready, and that will allow Mirek to take the Polish corner. As I say, he goes short this time. Back to Milik again, right hand side, crosses in with his left foot. Bit of a mistake there. They appeal handball the Polish. The shot comes in. Oh, great save! Great save by McGovern, and that should have been the opening goal of the game. But for a marvellous save, it was Kapusta, who had the shot from just inside the penalty area, just on the edge of the 18-yard box, could have been a possible handball against Kyle Lafferty, but Paruska struck that with some venom on his left foot. And Michael McGovern of Hamilton Academicals turning that one away for another Polish corner. Blazanowski now has gone to the far side, this time to take it. Blazanowski now into the penalty area. Oh, there's a man free over, and the ball pulled back, and it's a scramble inside the penalty area, and it's been turned into the side netting, and Northern Ireland can breathe a huge sigh of relief. It was Pazdan who in the end had the initial effort into the side netting. Just to remind you, hopefully with no more technical gremlins, hopefully for the rest of this tournament, we'll be able to bring you Germany against the Ukraine. That comes up 45 minutes after the final whistle goes in Nice, and that game, of course, will take place Germany Ukraine. No, that takes place in Rio. Have we had any lineups yet from that one? Not yet, we haven't, but we'll let you know if any. It does happen. So that kicks off at 8 o'clock British time. It's 5:39 in Britain, and it's also, so that means it's 6:20 to 7 now in Nice. Of course, the French are one ahead of us as we see another effort. That's the effort a few moments earlier that brought the save from McGovern. 5 minutes to go to half time, and it's been back to the wall for Northern Ireland. It's been back to the wall for the commentary as well, with technical problems and sound issues affecting the first half. I hope it hasn't spoiled your enjoyment of the game, but we are trying to there will be better and bigger games, I'm sure, to come. No disrespect to these two teams, they are we're commentating on these because they are their home nations and they deserve a bit of coverage. Northern Ireland, the way they've gone around their business and all that. As for the England-Wales game, I won't be able to do that live, but if anybody would want me to do, if anyone gets in from work late, let's just break off a minute as Blazakowski gets the cross in, headed away. If anyone wants me to do a delayed commentary, a live delayed commentary on the game later that night, for anybody who's missed it and doesn't want to know the score, please let me know and we'll do that. Just that. It's a free kick to Northern Ireland, in fact. Will Blazanowski go down a little bit too easily? The Romanian officials have kept a lid on things. They've tried to give the game a chance to flow. So far, Monkey 1222 has replied, and so far we haven't had much else in the way of comments. Let's get the comments up and running maybe in the second half. At half time we'll take 10 minutes, refresh the old palettes if you like, and then hopefully we'll have a technical free second half, and then obviously we'll have another break, and then we'll be able to bring you full commentary of the Germany game. Meanwhile, a free kick, a foul there by their number 5, whose name I'm momentarily forgetting. There he is, Majaski. And I do apologise if I mispronounced some of the Polish names. It's very difficult when you're commentating on the Eastern European side. The pronunciation with some of these names is very, very difficult. But there's no problem with the pronunciation of the Irish names. Davis and Evans easily pronounceable. And in fact, it's the former who's going to take it, Stephen Davis, just inside the area. Inside the Polish half. Now, what a bill it would be if Ireland could get a test for Szczesny in the Polish goal. Wales got a win against Slovenia yesterday. England should have won against Russia and didn't. The Polish player's gone down injured, and it might be the first yellow card of the game, and it may well be going to McLaughlin. Well, he's got away with a yellow card. I've seen last challenge. It's a late challenge by the Fleetwood man. Referee played on for a second or two. He was right to do so, but he quite rightly brought the play back, although some would argue that was a yellow card, but McLaughlin got a dressing down and we're back underway again. Still no goals. Poland, for all their dominance, have found Michael McGovern and the defence very, very solid. It's been that sort of thing. Roy Carroll, the former Manchester United goalkeepers amongst the substitutes. There are one or two familiar names and not one or two unfamiliar names. If any of the unfamiliar ones come on, we'll tell you a bit more about them as the game wears on. Ball into the penalty area from the right. Easy for McGovern rather to take the ball. Comfortable catch by the Hamilton goalkeeper. Hamilton Academicals, who play in the Scottish Championship, of course, and we relegated from the Premier League a couple of years back. Of course, a former Burnley player, Brian Easton, turned out for them before he moved to Burnley 6 or 7 years ago. We've not really heard them right off since, but Hamilton, he's the Hamilton goalkeeper, and I think he'll be closely watched by some bigger Scottish clubs than Hamilton. No disrespect, but if he has a great European Championships, I think some of the Championship clubs in England and maybe a couple of Scottish Premier League clubs may well take a look at him. And we play 45 minutes and no more then. Poland have had all the chances, all the possession, but have only forced McGovern into one save of nearly note, and that was from Kabuska about 6 or 7 minutes ago with a shot from the edge of the 18-yard box, and McGovern flipped it over his crossbar. Ireland haven't threatened Wojciech Szczesny at all. They haven't even had a shot at goal yet, but they're holding in there in Nice. We're going to take 10 minutes and we'll be back hopefully with uninterrupted coverage of the second half. No sound gremlins, no nonsense hopefully, but hopefully some goals to bring you. Half time then in Nice, Northern Ireland 0, Poland 0.